just wanted to give a big thank you to all of my woodland guardians, spirit guides, celestial foxlings, and kitsunes. Thank you guys so much for your support.
Yo everyone, what is going on, and welcome out to another episode of Egglocke. I took off the headphones today. We're going rogue. We're absolutely going rogue. But I did go ahead and evolve the lovely and fantastic, the iconic Spoink, also known as Angry Bacon. And don't worry, as soon as it evolves, it also got a useless ability. This one has Sand Force. Hooray. With Confused Ray, Uproar, Shadow Sneak, and Shadow Ball. So that's kind of the moves that we're running on. We got the lefties. We're doing all of the wonderful and fantastical things. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a few more balls because I know that we definitely have a few encounters coming up here. A wee dabbly-doo of encounters. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic Thursday. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if you guys are doing anything fun over the weekend, anything like that. I am, like, technically for the weekend, I'm working for the most part, but on Sunday night, we're all going to Topgolf with like me, Dylan, Frank, Ryan, Tobin, Shan, Carthu, John. I think the whole gang's going. So we're gonna go do some Topgolf, and I have definitely learned throughout my Topgolfing experience that as someone who grew up playing softball, it's incredibly hard to train your body out of a softball swing and learn a golf swing. And I learned that when I went to Omaha and my boyfriend Vandy came and my best friend from Ashley and her fiance were all came down. They'd all golfed before. I have done nothing of the golfing variety aside from mini golf. And you know, contrary to popular belief, that doesn't count for like a lot of people. The whole like mini golf is just not the same as golf, which I understand. But so yeah, that was definitely an experience because, you know, there's the proper form and the swinging method. And they were like, okay, well, just don't move your legs. You have to stay planted. And I would swing and I was like, did I do it? And they were like, no, you moved your legs. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And they're like, yeah, no, you 100% did. And it was definitely one of those moments where like, I'm so used to like, whenever I swing to like prop my left foot forward, like you do when you swing in either baseball or softball. And I came to the very fast realization that it's just so like ingrained in my muscle memory that like you can't get it out once it's there. And I also learned that apparently that's just like a common known fact is people who play baseball, softball, things of that sort, that they have the hardest time adjusting to golf. And I did learn that very well, very, very well. So I'm hoping that I'm not the worst one there because I just kind of ended up doing whatever my hybrid softball / golf swing was. And the nice thing about Topgolf, at least, is that you're not like you're trying to make it into a hole, but there's like so many holes, and you know, like you have a much higher chance of actually like getting it in than you would in normal golf. So you can kind of just like caveman swing and hope for the best, and you actually probably have a chance of something working out for you as opposed to like any other kind of golf, which is nice. So we're doing Topgolf on Sunday. Lex's sister is gonna watch Bentley while I'm gone in North Carolina Monday through Wednesday. So I'm gonna have to prep some content for you guys here real quick before I go, which is always a fun time. I'm going to North Carolina to spend good time with the Vanderson of the 323 variety. I forgot this thing was using Vide. Well, neat. Anywho, yeah, so I'm hanging out with Vandy. It's gonna be a great time. Obviously he came out and we did like vacation stuff with like my mom and my family and stuff like that. But we really didn't get to spend a lot of just like quality time with like just the two of us together. So this will be the first time that we've been able to like hang out with like just us in like quite a hot minute. Shiny. So that's really exciting. And I'm just kind of looking forward to just like watching a lot of Big Brother, having, you know, just the nice quality time. We usually typically make homemade cinnamon rolls, and I'm really, really excited for those again because, like, who doesn't like homemade cinnamon rolls? Let's be honest. And if you don't like homemade cinnamon rolls, that's like a character flaw. Like, I'm questioning your sanity to at least a teeny tiny, just like microscopic kind of bit. And by microscopic, I mean quite greatly, and I'm just not gonna downplay that anymore. Bentley has been licking my entire hand this entire episode. I'm like, I feel like I have to like fan my hand off because he won't stop. I also have no way to like hurt these mons. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do here because everything I do is gonna kill you guys. And so, yeah, it's just a great and dandy. Was that a critical catch? It was not. I thought I saw the like bloop while it was in the air. I did not. I did not see that. Bentley, you don't need to make a cameo every recording. You don't. I know the people love you, but you don't. Can you like lay down? Maybe. You can. You're just choosing not to. Someone tell him. Someone write him a nice, persuasive message in the comment section below that tells him to go lay down like a good boy, and perhaps he'll listen to you guys and not me because he's tired of listening to me because I'm his mom. So it's not cool when I tell him it, but like maybe it'll be cool if like you guys pass it along and stuff like that. Just like throwing it out there. So food for thought. You can like mull it over while this video plays on in the background while you guys are probably like folding laundry or something like that. Shout out to all the laundry folders out there. If one of you guys are actually folding laundry right now, this is also incredibly crazy timing, and just know that like I see all. And if none of you are folding laundry, then we're gonna pretend that this conversation just never happened. This thing won't stay in the ball. And I understand that it's a pseudo, and I understand that I can't do anything, but like why are these Pokemon level 25? I can't hurt it with any mon. It's gonna die. Even Angry Bacon. Angry Bacon's gonna hurt it. And he's gonna go oof, ow, owie. Like there's nothing I can do here. Just stay in the ball, you stupid. Goodbye. Ugh. Okay, anyways. Stay in the ball. 1, 2. Game Boy Luke. Or down. Listen, I'm trying to get you guys encounters. I'm really trying. I've been stalling. I've been like telling stories and making conversations go on for way longer than they need to try to hide the fact that like I can't hurt this mon and that these balls have been trying to catch in the background. Thank God we finally got one. But like Jiminy Crickets, friends, I can't. There's only so much I can do. But I will say, to all my girls out there, I finally invested in a good fake tanner. I finally did that. And I will say, living in the South, I didn't realize like how crucial it is to be tan down here, because like every single girl down here is like what every country song is written about, of these like tan, bleach, blonde bombshells that are walking around just incredibly fit, incredibly attractive, incredibly tan. All of them are like these drop dead gorgeous blondes, and I'm like, hi, my name is Lindz. I play Pokemon on the internet to make a living, and I'm also about as ghostly white as you can get. If you go in the makeup aisle and you pick the lightest shade of foundation, which for all the guys out there, because I understand that there's a vast majority of males who are watching this right now, that's like the paint that you put on your face to cover zits that makes your face look really smooth and one even skin tone. When you go to the paint aisle and you're like, ooh, which face paint am I getting today? You pick the one that's basically the closest to white, and that's what you put on my skin. And so when you do like a skin tone check from like me to the girl next to me, it was really, really bad. And I was like, listen, we can't keep doing this. And then when the redhead at work, because you know, redheads are typically known for being like probably some of the fairest skinned. When she got like really, really tan, I was like, you know, it's time. There's no excuse. Just like there's no excuse for this tree to be growing in the middle of the beach surrounded by nothing but rocks. It's time for me to invest in a good tanner. And so I did, and I will say, it actually made a difference in confidence, and I actually got a lot of compliments. They're like, wow, you look normal, and I'm like, shut up. Shut up. Some of us aren't blessed. Like, this is actually a real statement. This is not me trying to make excuses. Like, I can't tan. I can go to like a beach, I can go to like a pool, and I can sit out for like 8 to 10 hours. Let's say I did that with like a sunscreen. I can't use tanning oil because if I use tanning oil, then I'll just burn. But I can go out there with like a good sunscreen because, you know, like protect your skin. Cancer's not a fun time. And do things that way. But if I do things that way, then I don't tan at all. Like, skin just does not compute. It's just like, we're just gonna stay the same color because that makes us feel safe. And it's either nothing happens at all or I get burnt. And those are like my two options. And so I'm like, well, there's a lot better things that I could be doing in my day. That's not sitting outside doing nothing, just waiting for the sun to maybe possibly change my skin and make me look like any other girl out there for the 8 hours at a time. And so I decided to invest in fake tanner because tanning beds are also just about as horrible for you. And no one wants to get a spray tan. If you get spray tans out there, you have far more courage than I, because let me tell you, you go one shade too dark and you're walking out like, you're walking out Oompa Loompa style, and I don't trust that. I don't trust that. That's a little scary. So I finally did that, and moral of the story, it feels nice. It feels nice to feel normal. And I hate the fact that, to all my guys out there, this is just really not a good time for you, and you guys are probably just like, when will this chick shut up about stuff that we don't care about? This is why we watch male PokeTubers instead. But like, being a girl is hard. There are so many things that go into it. Just the amount of money you have to spend on like makeup. Cause like, I don't wear a lot. I don't. So like, foundation, the one that I wear, $40. Like, mascara, $10. Eyeliner, $10. Eyeshadow, so you don't have like crease lines of like foundation on your eyelids. And anywhere depending on the palette, another $10 to like $60. And that's not 16, that's 60. So it's like, if you add up all that money, like, you have to wear so much just straight money on your face every single day to be considered like decent enough to go out in public, on top of like, oh, when you live in the South, everyone's got to be a beach blonde bombshell, otherwise you're just like not considered pretty down here. And so then there's like that kind of like stuff that goes on to it, on top of just like, you're expected to be able to like look like a babe when you go to the beach, and like bikini standards, and like you have to be like, you have to have enough weight to have a good butt, but you can't be too skinny because then you don't have a chest. And so you have to have this hourglass figure, but like depending on your bone structure, you might not ever be able to even be able to like attempt to have that kind of body, but like that's what's considered like pretty by society. And it's just like, there's so much. It's, you're too skinny, or you're too fat, or you're too pale, or you're wearing too much makeup, but then if you're not wearing enough, then you're considered this like, you know what I mean? It's just a lot. And so to all my girls out there, I sympathize with you. To all my guys out there, I'm sorry that this is just not your episode. I'm sorry. But sometimes we just have to rant about how much pain and trouble that we go through on the daily. And that's just really what this episode has kind of become. Not with me trying to. It just kind of ended up happening. But can I get an encounter, please? Probably won't be able to catch it because everything here is level like 25. It's Thumb Flap. It's Thumb Flap, guys. All the homies love Thumb Flap. I want to fake you out, but that's going to hurt you, and then you're never going to want to come on the team, and I only have like 5 balls to make this work. Please, Thumb Flap. We've been through so much together. I will give you milk and cookies like it's Santa Claus. No! Listen, Thumb Flap. Thumb Flap. I know you thought about it, and you're like, listen, I love freedom. I like ice cream. So together, we can have freedom and ice cream. Okay, you don't like ice cream. You're lactose intolerant. That was really insensitive of me. I should have asked you if you had a food sensitivity first. What if we held hands, right? And I'll push you on the swing, and I'll be the good friend, and I'll give you the underdog as we hold hands and we go on the swing together. No, you don't like swings. You're afraid of heights. That's my bad. I should have asked you about your phobias and your food sensitivities. So here's the thing. What if actually, are you into like going to Chuck E. Cheese? Chuck E. Cheese, arcades, Dave and Buster's. Okay, no, not Dave and Buster's. We had them at the Chuck E. Cheese portion of it. So here's the interesting thing. I got a lot of coupons, and I say we take the whole kindergarten class to Chuck E. Cheese. I'll give you all the tickets. We'll get you some prizes. He was into that. He likes field trips. Okay, so that's what we narrowed it down to. So if you guys ever run into a wild thumb flap in the wild, you guys know that it's lactose intolerant. It's afraid of heights, so avoid swing sets or playgrounds that go a little too high because that makes it nervous, and when it gets nervous, it kind of throws up. But Chuck E. Cheese, definitely a go. Dave & Buster's is a little too overstimulating. There's a lot going on. It's a little bit bigger, a lot more crowded than Chuck E. Cheese, probably. But it likes prizes. Definitely a big fan of those kind of things. And by association, that means that you definitely could probably invite the entire kindergarten class. You got to keep it a little small so that way Thumbflap doesn't get afraid and run away. As they do, you know, they have the legs to run. But, you know, we just want to make sure that we're being respectful of Thumbflap. You know, I think that that's really what that kind of comes down to at the end of the day. So we just wanted to thank you for your time and cooperation when it comes to everything. I'm just really glad that you guys understand. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna swap these guys out for some encounters here real quick. All two of them. Two of them? No, three, because we caught the Gabite. Yeah, okay, we caught the Gabite. Okay, anyways. Let me make it so you guys can actually hear shenanigans. All right. Choose a number between 1 and 5.
It's 3.
I was like, she's thinking really hard about this one. 4, 3, okay. Choose a number between 1 and 6.
It's 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, yes, okay. Choose a number between 1 and 4.
The answer is 2.
Bada bing, bada boom. All right, who is first? First things first, we have Dobbs. Second things second. What is this gonna be? What is Dobbs' mascot? Psyduck. It's gonna be a Psyduck, isn't it? It's gonna be a little ducky friend. I had to really think about that for a second. I'm like, what is Dobbs' mascot? Dobbs has a mascot, but I don't remember what it is. Maybe, if it'll hatch. It's okay. We'll just bike around in circles. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Also, my boss today told me that I look like Harley Quinn. She's like, I don't know if it's just like your little rocker vibe that you have going on. Oh, it's Centra. I'm so dumb. That's also Dobbs' thing. I knew Psyduck was the main one, but I did forget about Furret. That's on me. Yep, that's 100% on me. Well, frick. Crap on a cracker. I did forget about the fact that Dobbs is a Furret fanatic, if I do say so myself. All right, so Furret here is a dark type. I believe it's a dark normal when it evolves, but it has Prankster as of right now, holding a choice band, mind you, with Scratch and Mean Look. An absolute unit and a lad, if I do say so myself. All right. Choose a number between 1 and 5.
The answer is 5.
Box 5. All right. Row 2 is very popular. Choose a number between 1 and 5. Sorry, 1 and 6? Yes, 6. Sorry. Choose a number between... Nope. I confused her. Choose a number between 1 and 6.
The answer is 3.
Okay. There's only 3 options. Choose a number between 1 and 3. It's 1.
That would be 3.
Oh, just kidding. Okay. She's thinking really hard about these decisions today. Einstein, are we going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky? Little Einsteins, climb aboard, there's fun things to explore. I don't know why I know the entire theme song. Little Einsteins. I will say, back when I was a kid, I was a Thomas the Train fanatic. Like, I was definitely a tomboy growing up, had 0 interest in Barbies, 0 interest in like playing dolls, Polly Pockets, like all the stuff that were like the girl things to do. And I literally remember, oh, it's a Squirtle. I don't know what I expected Einstein to be, but I did not expect Squirtle. What a little friend. Oops, oops, oops. Einstein. I think that's how you spell it. It's one of those things where like you're looking at it and it just looks weird to you, but it could just be because the letters are spaced out. I feel like that's right. I might have spelled it wrong. If I did, let me know. It's holding a water stone, which is interesting because it doesn't need a water stone to evolve with Pixelate. I'm thinking something got messed up here. I'm thinking that something got messed up here. You are the person who sent in this egg. Let me know where we went wrong. Cause something's just not right here, and I'm looking at the fact that Squirtle doesn't normally have Pixelate. I think that's just the jarring factor here. Okay, well, apologies on behalf of everyone here. We created 169 eggs all in one sitting, so it's very possible that like one setting just got transferred over from like the Pokemon that was created before it. What just happened? Hello? You guys can't. What is this? Okay, you guys can't see what's happening on my screen, but like a mysterious keyboard just appeared. But like I can't click into it, because if I click into it, then like my mouse goes away? Can I still control the game? Okay, I can... Wait, but like... Oh, this is so weird. Okay, okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get in. There's literally no application that's open for a keyboard. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just kind of clicked done on the keyboard. I don't know what that was and how it happened, but it was blue and green. It looked like it was from Steam. Like it looked like the colors, like scheme of like the computer program Steam, but Steam isn't open on my computer. And I'm just kind of confused. But it's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine? Question mark? Can I talk to the... This Piplup is holding a Salamence, and I thought, for some reason in my head, I thought we had hatched this Piplup on First Instinct, and I'm like, why does this Piplup have pure power, and why is it holding a Salamence? And I was like, listen, we messed up far more eggs than I thought that we messed up. Good golly gee willikers. Oh, I didn't swap the Pokemon out for an egg. I'm all over the place, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Choose a number between 1 and 5.
The answer is 1.
Box 1. Choose a number between 1 and 6.
The answer is 2.
Oh, the untouched one. Choose a number between 1 and 5.
It's 4.
Okay, 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 okay. And last but not least, folks, we have Zombie. Zombie, the one and only, the brain-eating fellow that you know and you love. Zombie. I've never watched The Walking Dead. I should probably watch that. Anyways, the whole point of what I was saying before we got sidetracked with the whole computer, just keyboard randomly showing up on screen. I was a big Thomas the Tank Engine fan. Like, love Thomas. Oh, that's cool. It's a Froakie. I think it's Water Ghost in this game. I believe that's its typing. But I remember, I think I saw it at AWA this last year, but it was the Japanese version. One of my favorite games growing up was, there was this Thomas the Tank Engine computer game where you put the disc in your computer, and then there was this like cover that you would put over your keyboard, like your computer keyboard, and there would be like different levers of like making the train go like faster, slower. There was like another one where you could make it turn left or turn right. There was like a button to like interact with other like characters. And then there was like another thing. It honestly might have been the like train whistle to like whistle at people, but that was like an iconic game that I grew up with, and it like forever holds a special place in my heart. And every time I sing like the little Einstein's theme song or stuff like that, it just brings me back to my childhood. I'm like, but Thomas the Tank Engine, what a happy time in our lives. And especially like when I was in kindergarten and like the teacher would be like, okay, everyone, now go around and say your favorite TV show or stuff like that, like your favorite cartoon. I'd be like Thomas the Train, and then they'd be like, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And like, I kid you not, I looked at my kindergarten teacher dead in the eyes and I was like, I want to paint trains. And she's like, you want to what? And I'm like, I want to paint trains. And she's like, what do you mean you want to paint trains? And I'm like, well, in Thomas the Train, all the trains are different colors, and I like the fact that colorful trains make people happy, and so I want to paint all the trains in the real world to be rainbow colors, so that way trains can make people happy like they make me happy when I see them. And I don't think, it was really one of those moments where it's like, the teacher was too stunned to speak. She like didn't know what to say. She was like, wow, that's so like inventive, you know what I mean? Just like, she really didn't know what to say, so she did this like weird, like almost passive aggressive, like, that's really great, honey, I'm really happy for you. And she's like looking off, she's like, what the kid wants to paint trains? And then she's like, Susie, what do you want to do? And she's like, I want to become a teacher. And the other kid's like, I want to be a professional basketball player, you know what I mean? Just like, I want to be a doctor, I'm gonna be president, you know, just like all the stereotypical like kid dream jobs. And I'm like, yeah, my name's Lindz. I really like Thomas the Train, and I'm just gonna paint trains. That's what I'm gonna do. And so that was like the answer that I gave for, oh my God, you got a crit. Quite a while was honestly the answer. Until I hit probably like 3rd grade, I'd say. And that's when I wanted to be like a crime scene investigator, like a part of CSI. And that lasted up until the point where I realized, you got 2 crits in a row. I'm sorry? Excusez-moi? So yeah, that lasted long enough to where I realized that I can't deal with like blood and gore and stuff like that. To which point I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be a vet. And then I realized I can't handle shots, so how could I ever give a shot to an animal? Just for like, just general vaccinations. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it because I'd see the needle and probably like freak out. So I'm like, okay, well, vet's out the window. And that's when I didn't even know like psychology was a thing. Well, like I knew, but like I hadn't really thought about like what all it meant, you know? And that's when I had my like come to Jesus moment in like 7th grade where I was like, I'm gonna be a psychologist and I'm gonna help people with their mental health problems, and I'm gonna make sure that like no one has to feel the same anxiety and stuff that I do, and I'm gonna help people because like I've been through it, so therefore I can help other people get through it, like that kind of mentality. And that's just kind of the boat that I've been in ever since. So here we are. We take that, right? We do. Okay, great, fantastic. I'm like, I think this thing is Dark Dragon. From what I remember, you're holding a toxic orb. Okay. I'm assuming it's gonna go for night days again. Oh, it went for... Why did my... There's gotta be something in the air today. My headphones literally just flew off my desk. Just like... Because I have an L-shaped desk. My headphones were just sitting on that desk over there. And then just randomly, they were like, you know what? I think it's time to fly. I think it's time to, you know, reach potentials that we had never reached before. And we're just gonna fly. And they did. They literally went from desk to floor over there. And I'm not touching the cable. Bentley's not on the cable. So, I don't know what's happening right now, but you guys are watching the episode of, I don't know what's happening. That's the name of the episode. What on God's green earth is happening to me right now in this very moment in time? Someone please tell me, because I no longer know. We lived on what? I didn't deserve to live that. That was really dumb of me. That was really dumb of me. Oh, Leviathan. That's what happens when you eat your fruits and vegetables, kids. Just in case you weren't aware, that is a direct result of eating Brussels sprouts and dinosaur chicken nuggets for dinner every single day. But with that, guys, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer just because I want to make sure that we actually have content for Sunday's episode where we take on the gym. But like I said, if you were Squirtle, let me know what happened because I don't know. But I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day. My life is just weird. I'm sorry. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. My hair stuck to the pillow.